work in the classroom. We talk about it at orientation when the parents first come into the classroom, and I let them know that whether or not they speak English or they speak a second language, that there are plenty of opportunities for them to come into the classroom, but also we can send materials home.
Having our parents come into the classroom every day with that physical, I'm actually in the classroom being a self-transport class, makes it really easy for them to invite the parents, oh, do you want to stay for lunch? And, since they're there, so they stay for lunch, and then sometimes they'll even go a little bit further, and then want to stay for circle time, and then go outside with us. So it makes it a lot easier just having them already there.
I also talk to them the first conference, if I haven't heard anything. When they come to pick their kids up, we will touch base and I'll ask if they're interested.
Takes them on a little tour of here's where the necklaces are and here's where the book is.
Right, the sign-in book. I show them, where the A, or we're PM, so I show them where the PM sign-in sheet is. And I share with them that this is their classroom and they're welcome to come in at any time they feel like they want to come in.
What I try to do is get to know the families a little bit first, either through home visits or talking with them on the phone, and then find a little bit more about the family's interests, anything that they might be able to bring in the classroom, and then I actively tried to recruit parent volunteers that way. So if I knew they had a special pet, like a turtle, I would ask if they could come and bring their turtle and talk about how it eats and that kind of stuff, some as a special presentation. Or I had a parent who, the family had a restaurant, and she came in and made tortillas with the kids, her and her sister-in-law, and finding a skill or something of interest that the parents have that they can bring in the classroom, and I would bring it up to them.
I started as a volunteer and I was given tasks to do, and so that's kind of the way I look at it when I see a new volunteer come in is, this is what we want. You get down on the floor to play with them, you get a chance to just play, and that's what we're looking for. So. I had the opportunity to do the training video with a parent of ours, and it was so interesting and amusing watching her because she's watching this video and she's answering it as she's going, well, yes, I never thought about that. That's fantastic. And she was so excited. And hearing the joy in her voice with the things that she'd get to do and things that she'd be able to share and how it would be hands-on for her. And she got done, and I get goosebumps just thinking about it. She was so lifted up and so ready to come volunteer in the classroom. She's one of my best volunteers that I have.
Before I watched the video, my parents were just coming in and sometimes forgetting certain things, but the video for the parent training really helped the parents recognize that they had responsibilities when they came into the classroom, including signing in what time and then signing out when they leave.
For one parent in particular, she was really appreciative of the parent video, and she had volunteered a few times before she even saw the video, and she said that she really encourages that parents, if they're going to volunteer, to see that before they go in, and she didn't have a chance to watch it before, and she said that it was great.
We had one parent that was coming in for lunch daily, and he wasn't sure what to do, but after I had brought him in to watch the video, then he was a lot more comfortable of how what we do in the classroom, what his expectations are. Because as teachers in the classroom, we don't have a lot of time to spend to teach the parents what all our expectations are for them. So the video actually helped him out, and he felt a lot more comfortable dealing with the children. In fact, the day after he saw the video, he was at the table interacting with the children a lot more and laughing and having fun. It was really cool.
Oh my goodness, they do lots of things in our classroom. It can be as simple as sitting down with a child and reading a book, which usually they'll have 4 or 5 children joining them in that. It can be playing a game.
But my favorite part was we got to go out to recess, and I got to play with all of the kids at their recess, and that was always the big thing, you know, having Mr. Dan pitch the ball so that they could swing the bat. And I grew very close to a lot of the kids.
Just sitting at Free Choice and building with the kids. I know I have one parent she likes to come during Free Choice time and just sit and play with them, and that's great too.
Depending on how comfortable they feel with the kids, they can lead an activity at small group or read a story at circle. Sometimes they bring in snacks from home.
Some parents like to take over in the kid-directed, they don't really take over, but being part of that kid-directed small group, they really like to sit and be with them and play with them and see what they're doing, and I'll explain what I'm looking for, and this is kid-directed.
So we have parents sit at our third table at meal services, so that's been nice having the parents be able to be there to help us with that third table.
And we also have parents who have a skill in cooking, and they will come and do a cooking demonstration with the children. That helps to tie in that cultural piece too, if it's from a culture that's not familiar with all the children, so that's always fun.
We have one parent that prefers to do more of the cleaning duties. She prefers to do that, while we have another parent that would prefer to be over with Circle and helping managing the children.
But all of that kind of came from parents feeling welcome in the classroom, and me encouraging them to think of an idea, a skill that they had to contribute. So I was always promoting, rather than parents just coming and showing up, is what did they want to do so that they felt like their time was worthwhile.
I have a gentleman who doesn't feel comfortable in the classroom, but he likes to be sort of our grandpa at our site, and our maintenance grandpa. So he loves to put up our bulletin boards for us. All our bulletin boards at our site have been installed by him. He has done anything that needs to be hung, fixed. He loves to fix things for us. So if any of our items are loose, he'll fix the legs on them.
Some parents have time after class that they can come in and clean our classroom, which is a big help for us.
They have the opportunity also to take Cuddle Bear home and then bring him back, and sometimes they write stories in his journal or draw pictures that we share at circle time.
I have asked a parent to cut some things out for us because she had said that she'd be willing to take things home, and she ended up deciding just to stay for the day and cut the things out while she was there. And Kathy gave us a great idea. We have some of the cardboard blocks that need to be folded and put together, and I think I'm going to ask parents if they would be willing to take those home and put them together for us.
I have another grandparent who adopted us, and she knitted hats for everybody. So every child in the classroom got a hat, and it was so special because she made a group of them, and we got them. And she doesn't even live in our town. So she mailed us some extra ones, and then she overnight expressed us even more so the kids could have them.
Parents who work in the community are not able to come work in the classrooms with their child, but they might work at a facility that we can use as a field trip. So in the past, we've had a parent that worked at Everhart's, and they set up a field trip for Everhart's to come do a dairy demonstration for us.
Like one of my parents knew the owner of the reptile zone and coordinated with them so we could have some animals come visit, or one of the other parents knew a music volunteer that could come in and do music with the children, or connect us to some other community resources or give field trip ideas, that kind of thing to bring into the classroom, so that way.
Last year we had a child who had a problem when he got angry, and the mom was telling him a lot of like, no, stop it, you're being naughty. And after a couple of times of being in the classroom, she was able to restructure the way that she would talk to him and redirect him and tell him it's okay to be angry, but we need to keep our body to ourselves, and remember to breathe in the flower and blow out the candle.
In the past, I've had a parent who was recently reconnecting with their child after rehab, and it was really important for that parent to come to the classroom and get some of that positive behavior techniques being modeled by the teacher.
Also, the kids have seen parents come in and volunteer, and so those children that parents haven't come in, they have been begging their parents to come in, and parents have been talking to me. So I hear that other parents are here and they want me. Is it okay if I come in? And of course it's okay. And just being very proud that their parents are in the classroom and the parents are proud of their children and what they're doing. That's a big difference.
One little kiddo started acting out more when Mom would come around, and the behavior was discussed between us. For my first instinct was to be able to say, you know, maybe that would be a good idea if you didn't come in so often. But I had to like step back and think, well, what's best for the child though? What can he get out of this, and what can she learn from it? And so, you know, like I said, I had to take myself, you know, out of the equation a little bit and look at the teaching and learning possibilities with it.
Him knowing that I was going to be there and I was interested in what he was doing and learning really did bring us closer, and we also had a lot of fun.
Oh, it's so important to have parent volunteers. It gives the children a sense of pride that their parent is there supporting them. And it also is that interaction between the parent and the child is really important.
That is so fun, just to see the parents, you know, getting into, you know, the learning and teaching with the children.
that having parent volunteers allows you to get to know the family a lot better and the child a lot better, and you can increase the quality of education that you're giving for that child and family.
And it gives the children pride to show the parents, oh, look, this is my artwork, this is where we wash our hands, this is what we do right now, and it gives the child an opportunity to be the teller instead of constantly the listener.
I think also that they get a clearer idea of what their children are doing, and it helps them realize that, the children are being guided throughout the day. It's not just we're here, they're running rampant, and then we send them home.
I don't think I could stress enough how important it is to volunteer in your children's lives and let them know that they are important and you are interested in what they're doing and learning.
It impacts so much of the kids. When they see those parents, even if it's not in the classroom, they get so excited and say, "Hi, Miss," whatever the parent's name is, and they get this relationship, and the kids get so excited and ask if the parent's going to be in the classroom.
So parent volunteering is super important. It gives us in the classroom an extra hand, so that we only have so many hands to be in so many different places, so it's nice to have a parent who's there and that can help say, oh, let's go over here and sing a song while the teacher is over handling something else. But it's
Yeah, having volunteers in the classroom has been a really good experience. It's been a real help even, because even though we know what we're doing, there's only so many of us, and there's so many areas in the classroom, and trying to keep everything running smoothly, plus doing just the housekeeping chores, can sometimes get very difficult. And it's nice to have those extra bodies there, and people are being able to be self-motivated. They know what their job is, what they like to do, and it just makes the whole room run smoother.
And it creates this nice support system. When the school and the parents are involved together, it really lifts up the child. And I think it has a great impact on how involved the parents will be in the future of the schooling, and that the parents feel that they have a place in the school and in the child's education.
It's kind of cute the way David would started off in the discovery area, and he would just wait for his child to be done with the meal so that he could administer for her medical needs, and then he would leave. Well, after he'd watched the video and felt like he knew the expectations and what he could and shouldn't do in the classroom, then suddenly he's willing to be at the table and interacting with the children and doing Team David to show that his team's ready for even passing the food around and stuff.
Okay, one year I had a single father, and after much coaxing, we finally got him to come into the classroom just to read a book to his child. But we forewarned him that, there might be other children that join him, and it was very cute. After he got done reading this story to his child, he had like 5 or 6 kids around him, and after class he came up to us and he goes, "That was the most fun I've had reading a book."
So one of my most wonderful parent volunteers from last year that got really involved in our classroom now got a lot of experience from volunteering in the classroom and is now a center aide with Head Start, which is really great. And I think it's an opportunity for parents to build their skills, and it's been a really wonderful experience to have parents in the classroom.
It taught me not only more patience with my kids and children in general, but it taught me that I had some talents that I didn't know I had, and it opened up an opportunity to become an actual Head Start employee, and now I'm a center aide, and it's a completely new career for me, and I absolutely love it.
So I wish I could say that I have one story that I could share, but interesting story from a parent or a volunteer that's come in, and I honestly say I cannot. I feel that each one of our volunteers are so special, and they've given us so many special things that each one is unique, and I'm thankful for each one of them.
I love volunteering, and I love the fact that Head Start gives parents the opportunity to do that.